Everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, and in this video we're going to be previewing day 3 of the Galway Festival, which has been pretty good for us so far. We had a good day 1 and we had another good day today on day 2 with 2 winners and an affair each way at 8 to 1, so not a bad day today. We'll get stuck into the action, and the first race tomorrow on day 3 of the Galway Festival is in the 5:10, and I like the chances here of Getareason. 4 to 1 I've seen out there, trained by Willie Mullins. Ruby Walsh is booked for the ride. He won very impressively on his first run back the other day since his injury. Willie Mullins has won the first 2 races at the Galway Festival this year on both days, so I'm expecting a good run from this horse, Getareason. Been running pretty well in bumpers, but I think ultimately when this horse, which it is going to be going to tomorrow, that its first time over hurdles, it could go really well, and I would be against Debouché of Mags Mullins, even though that does have the best form in the Supreme. I thought Getareason maybe could be the one you got to be with here, and I thought maybe Debouché was vulnerable to some improvers, so that's going to be the selection there. We then go to the 5:10, and I quite like the chances maybe of a horse here called Black Key, 14 to 1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Henry de Bromhead, who's been having a really good spell of late. Rachel Blackmore as well has been riding out of her skin, and she's booked for the ride. Finished 3rd last time, but then before that did win a race at Listowel in fairly good style, so it's been fairly consistent, and I thought there was still maybe a little bit more scope for this horse, and I thought 14 to 1 wasn't a bad each way bet. We then go to the 6:10, and I'm going with another horse trained by Henry de Bromhead, Ellie Mac, round about 18 to 1, best odds of bookmakers at the moment. Dylan Holden takes us £7 off tomorrow, and I thought that was quite a good move here. This horse finished 4th last time we saw it, where it ran a really good race at the Punchestown Festival, ran some good races as well as a novice hurdler, so it's been a fair servant to this stable already in the early parts of its career, and I thought tomorrow with that £7 it's probably going to be one of the best horses in the race and will give you a good run for your money. I think as well the yielding ground will definitely help. I think really soft ground doesn't help Ellie Mac's cause, and I'm expecting another bold run from this horse tomorrow. We then go to the 6:45, and I like a horse here called National Wealth, 3 to 1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Joseph O'Brien. Top amateur rider Derek O'Connor booked for the ride. Even though this horse does remain a maiden over 3 starts, it's been running fairly well. It's gone 4th, 3rd, 2nd, so hopefully tomorrow it gets the win. Now it's going up in trip, which I think is definitely a positive move here. It's related to more stayers, and I think that's only going to benefit it tomorrow going up in trip. Even though, yeah, it maybe could be vulnerable to an improver, I thought maybe National Wealth could be the one that actually does improve the most and would be my selection in the 6:45. We then go to the Galway Plate Chase, and in the 7:20, and I quite like Sub Lieutenant here, 20 to 1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Henry de Bromhead again. I think he'll have a good day tomorrow. Dylan Robinson takes a handy £3 off. This horse is got definitely the best bit of form in the race, 4th in the Punchestown Gold Cup earlier this year behind Bales Hill. Before that as well, it's been running lots of great ones, hasn't won for a little while, but I definitely think if this horse can put down a really good performance, I thought 20 to 1 was a massive price, and I think the good ground will help it. It's obviously probably been a target for Sub Lieutenant for quite some time, and I thought really with Dylan Robinson taking £3 off, it's going to be there or thereabouts, and I'm expecting a good run from Sub Lieutenant tomorrow. We then go to the 8 o'clock, and I'm going with a horse here called My Silver Nails, trained by Michael Moravy. Gary Carroll takes the ride, 11 to 2 bookmakers at the moment. This horse has been very consistent, racking up some wins and some placed efforts to its name. It's had some wins at Bellewstown and Roscommon recently, and I'm expecting another good performance from this horse. I think it should be slap bang there to make the frame, and will be my tip in the 8 o'clock. We then go to the 8:30, which is the last race on Galway's Day 3 meeting, and I was interested here with a horse called Falak, 16 to 1 bookmakers at the moment, recently purchased for Gordon Elliott to go jumping, but hasn't been so good. But it was a fair flat horse for Roger Varian, winning a handicap at Nottingham last year, and I thought off a mark of 77 he could be well handicapped on the flat. Declan McDonough, very good jockey, he's booked for the ride, and maybe he could run a fair race tomorrow and make the frame. So they're the selections for day 3 of the Galway Festival. Hopefully we can have a few winners from those selections, and maybe a couple couple of decent each ways. So yeah, that's all I got to say about day 3 of Galway tomorrow. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here at LuckyLoads15. You can also follow me on Twitter, my handle being LuckyLoads15. You can also check out my day 2 Glorious Goodwood Festival video where I'll be previewing all the races on day 2. Also as well, I've been at BBC Radio 5 Live today for Glorious Goodwood and I'm absolutely knackered, so sorry if I don't really feel really sprightly in this video. So yeah, I've been really tired, but hey ho, I'll get to stay at home and watch the racing tomorrow and then revise up for my day on Thursday with the BBC at Glorious Goodwood. So very busy at the moment, but I'm bringing you these videos to hopefully point you in the direction of some winners. So thanks for all your support. If you want to leave any comments in the comments box below, please feel free to. So yeah, that's all I've got to say really. Please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow and we'll be seeing you soon.